Starting to the bottom left, 0-1 in the best of 3. As our first Zerg play here on Yonsu, it is.
CJ&2's SonGDuri
Needs to win 2 games if he wants to advance to the second round of the Challenger League.
A little bit ape-like there with that pose.
To the top right, we have the former Slayers player, now for Gina Green Wings.
Ginair Green Wings CoCa.
You know, I'm personally really happy to see CoCa in the Challenger League again.
Me too.
For me, it was always unbelievable that he actually went to play League of Legends. Not because League of Legends is like a bad game or anything, but back at the time, CoCa was on top of the Starcraft 2 world. He was the one who everyone said he's going to be one of the next GSL winners.
I thought he was going to win
one of them.
A season before he quit.
Then a few of the Slayers players switched to League of Legends and think they can make fast money, and CoCa is one to join them. And I think that was the most stupid decision that I have ever seen a player make. It was unbelievable. This kid was winning everything. He was one of the best players in StarCraft 2, and then suddenly someone convinces him that it would be a good idea to just throw everything away, go and play some League of Legends, whereas he was the one who everyone said, you're going to win one of the next GSL seasons. Next year is going to be yours.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that he's back, and I really hope that he can go back all the way to the top. But back then, I was a really, really sad panda.
It would be like, you know, a top basketball player deciding to play football. It's just not what you would expect.
I mean,
it's different skill sets.
The thing, it's not even about this in particular. I can certainly see him getting success in a different game, but you don't quit when you're like so close to winning a championship, when you're like one of the players who ever says, okay, this is it. That's not the time when you quit. When you're starting to decline, then it's maybe time to think about, okay, do I have other options, or do I really want to try to fight my way through a slump? But back then, I was horrified when I heard for the first time that he would switch. And I'm happy to have him back here.
Yeah, me too. This is a very happy day for me. I'm so glad that we get to broadcast this one. He's up in the series, and as you guys saw a stat earlier, this is one of the times of the stats on screen actually really meaningful, is CoCa has never lost a best of 3 when he wins the first set, ever. He's done it 5 times, so if you think about that, every time he wins the first set, he wins the second one, and he wants that to be a 6-0 today. Again, scouting with a few Lings here, sending the Overlord in as well. He wants to see what's going on.
And what's going on right now for CoCa is that this time he is the one who goes into the faster speed. We have him with speed already on the way and could very well see a much more aggressive game that we had in game number 1 by him, where he was a little bit more defensive in the early game and then later on used his macro and multitasking to send those units over to his opponent's base and try to pressure him. But right now, he's the one with a faster speed and also the one who goes first for the Baneling Nest.
Yeah.
Both of them going for the old school style right now.
So they're both basically totally safe, and I don't think either of them will commit to an attack. The defender will have an advantage here because neither player is cutting any corners, and I feel like to attack here would be foolish. Neither player, of course, has scouted the Baneling Nest, so it's hard to ascertain that. But based on what we've seen in Game 1 especially, I feel like neither player will commit. They're just both playing safe with that Baneling Nest. No spine for CoCa, so he cuts one corner off there.
You know, actually, yeah, with the Zerglings that we see right now, I was just about to say, I don't think that CoCa is going to play too defensive, because if you do that, you can build that Baneling Nest a little bit later, and CoCa was really going for a fast speed here. So I certainly could see both of them just going for a bit more aggression, and especially CoCa, since he was trying to get those important early seconds out. And we have him at least with the poke here.
Yeah, that was weird with those Baneling cancels, by the way. And CoCa makes his Banelings at home, but still sends a few Lings out.
That was a mistake. He didn't really want to do that.
No, definitely not.
Ling running in and trading one Ling for a Baneling. That was even better. Like, one Baneling for nothing.
2 Banelings here want to get the mineral line. He can damage a lot of these and finish them off with some of his Lings, but not quite able to really...
Well, he might be able to get a few more here, but this is already shaping up to be pretty intense. I mean, the Baneling detonations, or the close ones that we had there, were really good. CoCa with a very, very nice dodge on the Baneling that we had right at the front door of SonGDuri.
Yeah. CoCa is significantly behind in lair and additional extractors because of this attack. But it's not something that's going to necessarily change the game. Just one little edge that SonGDuri has here with his tech. Nice scout attempt here, but the spine, the Baneling at the top of the ramp, making it very difficult for him to accomplish anything.
the bouncer baneling.
I like that.
It's asking for your ID first, and all the Zerglings are unfortunately underage, so they can't go up the ramp.
No. But,
well, third base already going up here for SonGDuri right now, and also
And
once
the
again the
Spire.
Spire attack.
yeah.
Exactly what he did in game number 1 already. The third, of course, also coming up for CoCa. I mean, no
I
doubt
think
about it.
he's also going to add the Spire. It's like CoCa is doing the same thing just a few seconds behind.
With all the gas that we have for him, it's definitely a huge option for him to go into that. Well, there it is. Spire for both of them, so we see Mutalisk Wars. And this is where it's all about the third base. And the reason for this is the double gas that you get at the third. So Mutalisk versus Mutalisk is all about having gas. And more gas means more Mutalisk and more upgrades, so you can actually overwhelm your opponent in the middle of the map. And then one of the players is forced to transition out with Spore Crawlering it up and then making a transition happen. So it's important to just take down those few extractors, and the move that SonGDuri makes here, I like it. He takes those 2 extractors before the hatch is even completed.
Yep. Hatch is
Snipe.
snipe there. And this attack, though, could kill a lot of Harvesters. It absolutely will.
Nice. That was really well done, especially with the Lynx even blocking the Harvesters here. And he can still do a little bit more damage. That's exactly what he's trying to do. 15 Harvesters killed already. 16. Oh my god. He's killing so much here. Even getting another Baneling into the picture.
CoCa taking a 17 supply lead here.
And also taking down the third base of his opponent.
Yes.
Both of them taking down the third.
Both of them taking down that third. But the income in minerals still better for CoCa. And with the massive hit that SonGDuri took, the mineral income is actually going to potentially limit his Mutalisk production a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's so far behind in harvest account now, and this is a big issue for him, even since, or especially since CoCa is currently like sending another wave of Zerglings just in, trying to maybe snipe a queen or do a little bit more here. We have a couple of Banelings morphing right at the top, but underneath an Overlord, so they are already spotted, and this is a horrible situation for SonGDuri to be in. At the beginning, it looked actually quite nice for him, but right now he's struggling, and the Banelings trying to make their way up the ramp, and he's gonna trade here. Oh, it's actually getting in! Oh no! Oh, that value!
That was...
Money Baneling.
SonGDuri is going for like an all-in counterattack that's going to accomplish almost literally nothing.
Oh,
Actually,
God,
literally nothing.
that was absolutely atrocious. SonGDuri with a desperate move, and it fails. CoCa on his way to victory in the game. He is so close to taking this series here with a 2-0 against SonGDuri. Wow.
CoCa is already signing the victory sheet that the referee is handing him right now in the booth. The referee's trying to get out early because he knows this game is so over.
That is not a good time to actually lag. But man, that value baneling that we had there, so many Zerglings going on. Look at the tab to the top left. 23 Harvesters against 44. We have 3 bases against 2 bases right now. Mutalisks are in the game. And what does SonGDuri have against the Mutalisks? He can't even build a lot of Spore Crawlers because he's so low on Harvesters.
Look at him right now. I mean, he knows the game is over. He's already accepted it. He's just waiting for the sub-PC to drop, like was said in the chat there. And then he's gonna type out, and CoCa's sitting there like, I saw those links coming, I'm ready, and then you're gonna have to type out. CoCa, like, you can see he's, still in the moment, his adrenaline is pumping. He's not, like, relieved, but he knows, I think, that this game is over.
CoCa is back not only in Starcraft 2, but also in the Challenger League. This is the WCS. This is where he belongs. SonGDuri, a good player, but unfortunately today he found his master. Doesn't look like he has a chance coming back into this game. Not if CoCa doesn't make a massive mistake here, but with the Mutalisk in the game. Look at this. 11 Mutalisks, 2 Queens. This has to be game.
I mean, supply 83 to 45. Can't even kill this hatchery.
GG. This is it. The drop delays the GG a little bit, but that's about it. And we have CoCa in the Challenger League, and he might go to the Premier League.
Yeah. And I'm very happy for him. This guy has always been in tip-top shape. Looks like he's back in action and as strong as ever.
Yeah, really nice performance today. Good moves, nice micro. That's what we are used to see from him.
I can't wait to see him in the non-mirrors. You know, how is his Zerg versus Protoss going to be these days? His Zerg versus Terran?
Exactly. I want to see him back in action right now, and he's happy to be back. I actually don't know how successful his time in League of Legends was, but I think having him back in StarCraft 2 is a lot of fun.
Now, he will either play against Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Paralyzed next, so he could have himself another ZVZ.
I think he's Paralyzed already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, actually, no, not necessarily. I think
I'm pretty sure that that game is already over.
I don't know.
I can double check.
Double check it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the second round game, though. So the first one, Paralyzed and Yu-Gi-Oh! Advanced, and they're going to play each other. And then you may be
CoCa
correct,
is
though.
up against Paralyzed. Paralyzed won with a 2-1 against Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay. So that's already settled. So he will play against Protoss. It will be a different matchup.
Yep.
We're going to take a look at our results today.
Yeah, let's have a close look at that. Really good games that we had today. You can already see them in the background. We had Curious going up against the Sora, and he was completely destroyed. Made a really good effort, though, but Sora just too strong. The guy is a beast in this matchup. Live then with a 2-1 against the Trust, showing the Protoss player who's boss.
And Hurricane versus Bunny was nothing short of funny, really. That match was extremely one-sided.
Very well prepared builds, though.
Yep. And CoCa taking the 2-0 against SonGDuri. Now, something to note is Epic's Open. Well, Choya actually announced that Epic's Open will no longer be sponsoring the team, so this may be the last time you see that tag on the front of Hurricane. Of course, they're going to have to finish the GSTL season. Not sure that's going to play out, but just giving you guys a news update on that.
Yep. The next games that we are having here at the Challenger League are Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus Sleep.
Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus Sleep, Youngwa versus Trap, Life versus Haiba, and Effort versus Flash. A lot of people really looking forward to that match. So we'll be, of course, on Friday at 1 p.m. Korean Standard Time, the same time that we started today. So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus Sleep is something that I think perplexes both of us because we just saw earlier
that is really confusing me right now.
But I'm looking at the screen. The screen's telling me this. I'm telling you what the screen's telling me.
That is absolutely that cannot be right.
Yeah. So obviously this is maybe a typo. We're gonna have the graphics placed again. So don't panic.
I mean, if
Stay in your
I'm
seats.
correct, then Sleep is currently in the 3rd round of the Challenger League already, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Played his game against Paralyze already and lost.
Yeah.
That's what I see on screen here, so I don't know. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe the brackets that I have in front of me are
Somebody
wrong.
messed up. Somewhere, somebody made a mistake, and everything will be corrected.
Whatever
in
the
just a few
game's going to
seconds.
be, they're going to be good.
They're going to be good?
We have really good players in the Challenger League once again, and also a couple of newcomers, which always makes it really entertaining. A couple of players that for the first time try to make their way into the Premier League, so the games are going to be quite entertaining.
Yeah. I can guarantee you, we don't know how many, with the screen being there, we don't know how many matchups of Protoss versus Zerg, or Terran versus Zerg, or TVT. I know we're going to have excellent versus excellent. That's what we're going to have. I know that's the matchup that we're going to see no matter what.
I mean, with the results that we had today already, we have really interesting players going into the next round. Sora is someone that a lot of people expect to go straight to the Premier League. CoCa did really well in his first matchup, but of course we want to see him in different ones as well. And just the games in general shape up really well. I mean, Hurricane with those builds that he prepared, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But guys, this is it for the day. So we're going to see you next time. Make sure that you tune in for that. But we're going to have another look at the brackets before we are done.
So we're just kind of chilling on camera for a second while they get that ready.
Yeah.
Follow the two of us on Twitter. I'm Proxy Wolf. He is at Calder. Not Captain Obvious, but
No.
he likes to be known as that sometimes from time to time on stream when we talk about it.
Okay.
Now let's look at our Friday matches again.
And yep, that makes a lot more sense. All right, Roro versus Classic, Youngwa versus Hydra. We promised you guys it's going to be awesome. Yoda is going up against Stork, and Effort versus Billowy. Don't say we didn't warn you. The games are going to be amazing.
Yeah. No Effort versus Flash, though.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty crazy. I saw that and I was like, what?
Yeah. Okay, so this is now really it for the day. We're going to see you guys next time here, of course, at the WCS Challenger League.
Don't forget about Codes as well. And things got really bright up here.
Exactly. So apparently we're the last ones to finish today, not the Koreans. So guys, see you next time. Bye-bye.